Hey guys, all right, I have an hour Reformer Pilates workout for you today, all right? This one's gonna be quite a lower body burner. All right, so stay with me, we'll flow through it together. All you're gonna need today is a Reformer box. So hopefully your Reformer came with a box, you wanna grab that. If you have a larger front platform for your Reformer, grab that too and get it on right from the start. That's gonna be a little bit more comfortable to work. We're gonna use one spring throughout the whole workout pretty much. And we're gonna get it done together, all right? So stick with me for the next 60 minutes and you're gonna feel great. Today you're only gonna need your Reformer box, okay? And then if you have a larger platform for the front of your Reformer, grab that and stick it on there right away. That's gonna be more comfortable for you throughout the whole workout if you have one. If not, you'll be able to work just fine. Okay, we're gonna be starting on one blue spring, so that's one light spring. I'm working on a balanced body studio Reformer. Okay, so you're gonna need that one light spring on pretty much throughout the entire workout. There's only gonna be one exercise where we're gonna load all springs on, okay? And that's it, all right? We're gonna get started together. So, come onto your carriage, that's where we're gonna start. We're gonna do a little cat-cow, okay? So all the way down on your Reformer, you're gonna find a nice 4-point kneel, all right? So those hands are gonna be just in front of those shoulder blocks. Those knees are 4 inches apart and parallel. You want those eyes right between your hands so you're looking down, back of the neck is nice and long. Wrists under shoulders, knees are under your hips. From here, you're gonna exhale and you're gonna nod the chin and round the spine. And I want you to imagine a puppet string on the middle of that thoracic spine, really lifting you into that arc. And then you're gonna inhale as you unwind, let the tailbone wag up, let your chin come up. Exhale, round and curl, arcing through the middle of the spine. That tailbone stays underneath you. Inhale, unfurl, come back to that flat back, and then let that tailbone wag up, chin rises. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, slowly release. Good, exhale, 1 more time. Round, really arc that spine. Inhale, release, look up in front of you, let that tailbone wag. And then come all the way back to your flat back. All right, now from here, we're gonna scooch our body forward. So, knees are gonna come against those shoulder blocks. Wrists or hands are gonna come onto the rails right in front of you, so you're still rear facing. Okay, now from here, I want you to make sure that those hands are way out in front of those shoulders, okay? About 6 inches out from those shoulders is where you want them to be. Knees are under your hips and you've got that nice flat back. We're gonna do a little spinal flexion here. So same exact movement. You're gonna exhale, round and curl the spine. Now holding that curl, you're gonna use the waistline to drag that carriage into your palms. Inhale as you slowly unwind back to your flat back. Exhale, round and curl, arcing through the middle of the spine. Drag that carriage in towards your palms, holding that curl. And then you're gonna inhale and unwind back to that flat back. Exhale, round and curl. Draw that carriage in. Okay, you should feel those abdominals work for you. Inhale as you release, back to that flat back. 2 more. Exhale, round and curl. Drag that carriage in. Inhale, release, back to that flat back. Good, last time, exhale, round and curl. Look at your inner thighs. Drag that carriage in, heavy shins. Inhale, release, back to that flat back. Now, staying in this position, you're gonna keep your left hand where it is. Your right hand is gonna come over and you're gonna place it right in front of that left hand. So right in front of the left. Now we've angled our torso a little bit. We're gonna do the same exact movement. So we're gonna exhale, round and curl the spine, and then using those abdominals and those lats, or those shoulder blades down your back, you're gonna bring that carriage in. And then you're gonna unwind back to that flat back. Okay, so a little bit more aggressive on that right oblique. Exhale, round and curl. Drag that carriage in. Good. Inhale, slowly release. Good, 2 more. Exhale, round first. You want to find that rounding of the spine first. Then you drag that carriage in. and then you slowly release it back. Last one. Exhale, round and curl. Drag it in. Good. Inhale, slowly release back to that flat back. Let's go to the other side. Right hand comes to the right railing. Left hand comes in front of that right, okay? Same movement. Let's go. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, pull that carriage in. Good. Coming all the way back to that flat back. Exhale, round and curl. Drag that carriage in. Good. Coming all the way back. Go to the 4 more. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale, release. Coming back to that flat back. Round and curl. Release. Good. 2 more. Good. Slowly release it. We got 1 more here. 1 more. Round and curl. Drag it all the way in. Pause it for a second. And then slowly release it all the way back. All right, guys. We're going to come up out of that. We're going to scoot our body over to our box now. So your box is on that left side of your reformer. You're going to come all the way down onto that box into a 4-point kneel. All right, so you want your left palm at the front edge of that box, okay? Both knees underneath your hips, 4 inches apart, parallel. You're going to take your right palm and you're going to place it at the top of that shoulder block. Okay, so the heel of your hand has a nice connection with that shoulder block. From here, we're going to start with some shoulder glides, but first I want you to roll those shoulder blades down and around the ribs, pull that belly button up and in, okay, and we're going to inhale as we glide through that right shoulder, send that carriage out. Exhale, bend at the elbow, let the carriage come in. Now nothing else is moving in my body. Okay, I'm isolating that, stabilizing with the rest of the body. Okay, stabilizing with that core. And then that movement, that motion is coming through that right arm. Bending the elbow, letting the shoulder blade glide down the back. Inhale, draw that belly button up and in. Make sure that core is nice and tight. Exhale, let that carriage glide back. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, slowly glide it back. Good, 4 more like that. We're just sending it out. Good, and bringing it back in. Everything else is nice and stable. We're going to start to add on. Okay, so you know I like to layer. We're going to be layering a lot. We've got 2 more here. Good, last one. All right, now in this position, we're going to stay right here at the start. We're going to take that left leg, and we're going to reach that left leg up and back for that bird dog position. Okay, so I want you to think about a level pelvis here. Both hip bones are on the same level. Okay, from here, same exact movement. Everything stays nice and steady. Inhale, right arm goes out. Exhale, slowly let it come back in. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Left palm, right shin, very heavy. Good. 4 more. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, let it come back. Good. Last 3. Good. 2 more. Really release that carriage slowly. Good. Now the next one, when you're back at that start position, we're going to take that carriage out one more time and we're going to hold it, okay? So tighten everything up from that start. Inhale, send that carriage out, hold it there. Now my left leg is going to work. My left leg is going to come around to the side of the box, tap the big toe, and then reach that left leg up and back. It's rotating into external rotation, tapping the floor, and then coming all the way back to parallel. Rotate. Good. Try to keep the hips quiet. The pelvis is quiet. That femur bone at the top of that left hip, that's where that swivel happens. Good. Keep that core nice and tight. Good. We're really extended through that right elbow. We've got a straight and fully extended elbow. Good. It's soft, so it's not locked into position. Good. Let's go for 4. Good. Last 3. Really make that reach long. Reach that inner thigh all the way out that big toe. 2 more. Good, last one. And then bring everything all the way back in. Woo, take a minute, roll out those wrists. Okay, we're gonna come into a pike on this box. So it's gonna look like this. You're gonna turn around, come off the box, turn around so you're forward facing. Okay, your hands, the heels of your hands, are gonna wrap the right corner, top right corner of that box. Now, my right foot, okay, is gonna come against that shoulder block. Right foot against the shoulder block. And then we're gonna take that left foot and just place it right next to the right one. Okay, so the right foot has a connection with the shoulder block, the left does not. Okay, we extend all the way out into a plank. Okay, so you wanna find your nice plank, shoulders over your wrists. From here, we're gonna pike those hips up and back. So we're gonna inhale, reach those hips up, look down, or look at your toes, and then bring it all the way back to your plank. Good, we're gonna reach it up and back, pike, 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 and then come all the way back to your plank, fully connect to that plank. Pike those hips, reach those sits bones up and back, and then slowly take it back. Whoo, bringing it up, and then taking it long. Good, keeping those shoulders right over those wrists. Let's go for 3 more. Good, 2 more. Low belly lifts, inner thighs pick up into that low belly. Good, we got 1 more. Okay, 1 more, pike it up and back. Good, on your next one, you're gonna bring it into that plank and you're gonna hold it right there. Your knees are gonna pull in now. Knees under hips and back out. Knees stop right under those hips and then we send it back out. Good, keep those elbows soft. Good, keep looking at the floor. You've got 4. Good, last 3. Tailbone reaches far away from that crown of the head, like an arrow. It shoots back behind you. Last 2. Woo, and 1 more. And bring it all the way in and set your knees down on that box. Whoo, nice job. All right, roll up those wrists. I know those wrists are tired now, so they're going to get a break. We're going to turn and face our reformer now. So, my right knee or right shin is going to stay on the reformer, and I'm going to be over towards the right side of the box. My left foot is going to come against that shoulder block. You want the outside of the foot, or the lateral line of the foot against that shoulder block, okay? Foot is flat on the reformer. From here, hands are going to start on those hips. We're just going to extend through that left leg. So left leg's going to go out and back in. Good. Inhale, extend and open the back of the knee, and bring it all the way back in. Now you want to find full extension through that leg. Good. As you bend the knee, femur bone drives back into that hip socket. Good, and I'm keeping the rest of my body nice and stable. Shoulder blades are wrapping my ribs are closed. Okay, I've got that belly button pulled up and in. Good, inner thigh, right inner thigh zips up into the midline, okay? Good, let's go for 3 more, just extending and bending. Good, last 2. We're gonna add a little reach through that right sitting bone, so a little sit back. All right, guys, on your next one, you're gonna extend that left leg long. Now from here, our arms are gonna go up and overhead as we reach that right sits bone for the right heel, and then we're gonna come all the way back up and let the knee bend in. We're gonna send the leg out. Reach back with that right sitting bone, really reach and drive through that glute. You got a nice stretch on that left inner thigh. And then come all the way back up and let the knee bend in. Good, send that leg all the way out. Reach, torso tilts naturally because you're reaching so much with that sits bone. And then come all the way back up, open up the front of the right hip, let the knee bend in. Good. Reach it back, reach, 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 reach. Good, and come back up. Fully open the right side of the hip. We've got 3 more to go. Reach that right hip up and back, 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 back. Good. Open the hip. Let the knee bend in. 2 more. Reach. Open that hip. Draw that inner thigh up into that pelvis. Good. Last one. We're going to hold this sit back low. Okay, so we're holding that reach through the right sitting bone. And now we're just going to pulse. We're just going to pulse through the right sitting bone. So I want you to imagine that right sitting bone narrowing towards the middle of your body. So it's getting closer to the middle, to the center, to the midline. That sitting bone is picking you up. So focus all of your attention on the back line of that leg. Good. Left leg is fully extended. You've got 6. Woo, last 5. Good, you've got 4. Last 3. Last 2. Long length out of that waistline. And bring it all the way back in. Guys, nice job. All right, that box is coming on top of that carriage now. So, we are done with it on the floor for this side at least. Bring it on top of your carriage, okay, short box style. So, you want that box in front of your shoulder blocks, not over the top of them because your foot is going to be going on that headrest. So make sure your headrest is down. Okay, but that's not how we're going to start. Let's load all of our springs. Okay, so you have 1 blue or 1 light spring. Let's put them all on. Okay, we don't want that carriage to move now. All right, once you're there, you're going to come up onto your reformer. Your heels, okay, you can get your hands on that foot bar to set up. Your heels are going to come up against the box. So you're in a releve position with your feet. Feet are about 4 to 6 inches apart, so they're straight under the hips. Okay, once you feel comfortable, okay, you're going to stand all the way up. All right, so eyes in front of you. Find that point to focus on. Heels are connected to the box, all right? And that box is not going anywhere because it's got the shoulder blocks to rest up against, okay? Now, those hips, nice and level, belly button pulled up and in. Arms are long by your side. We're going to squat and tap the box. Arms are going to reach overhead, so this is a very deep squat. Tap the box and come all the way back up. Fully extend the back of the knee. Reach those sits bones back, just like we would for a normal squat, and then come all the way up. Now this is very deep. Okay, if this bothers your knees or it's too aggressive on the knee, you're only going to come as low as you can or as low as you feel comfortable in your own body. Otherwise, I want you to reach those sits bones as far back as you can before that torso starts to lean. So it's really the upper part of the thigh that's tapping the box. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift that belly button, recruit that pelvic floor to rise up. Good. Good, we're almost there. Not a lot of layers here. We got a little pulse coming up and that's it. Let's go for 4 more. Exhale, bend, tap. Back up on that inhale. Last 3, fully open up the back of that knee as you rise. Feel that quads. In that releve position, you're going to feel the top of the leg. The quads right here. Good. Last 2. All right, you guys. Last full one, all the way down and up. Now we're going to take 1 more, but we're going to hold it in a hover. Okay, so we're not actually tapping the box. From here, we're just going to pulse. Little pulse. Little reach, and lift with those sitting bones. So those sitting bones, they narrow towards the midline. They pick you up. Those quads should be on fire. Yes, they are. Mine are. You're here for 6, for 5. Keep pulling that belly button up and in. 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way back up and come down to flat feet. The carriage is not going to move because you got all your springs on. All right, come all the way down and let's take off everything but that 1 blue. Okay, so you're going to have 1 blue spring, nothing else, 1 light spring. All right? Now, from here, we're going to come standing. If you've got your extra platform on the front, I do, great. If not, you're gonna have the ball of your foot on that platform, or as much of your foot as you can fit, okay? Right foot is on that front platform, left heel is up against the box. Okay, now, legs are getting tired, they're getting shaky. Right leg is where you want the weight, okay? Your heel is pressed up against that box, but all of my weight is in that platform. All right, from here, we're just gonna do a standard lunge. Exhale, bend that right knee, take it down, inhale, all the way back up. Good, exhale, bend that right knee, carriage glides back, arms go up, inhale as you scissor those inner thighs. Good, so the only reason that carriage is moving is because your right leg is bending, okay? I'm not gonna look at you too much here, I'm gonna fall down. So, the right knee bends, your right kneecap and your right sits bone, they reach in the opposite direction. So how much length can you find on the front of that thigh? Reach in opposition for that. Both hip bones are together. Good, my back heel is lifted. I find full extension of that right knee as I come up. That right kneecap, it is tracking with big toe, second toe. So watch for that alignment. We're gonna protect that knee. Good, that reach back with the sitting bone keeps that knee just in front of the ankle. That's where it belongs. We've got 4 more like this. Then we got some holds. You know I love my holds. Good, last 3. Good, 2 more. Okay, we're gonna go 1 more all the way down and up. Good, all the way back up. Now on your next one, you're gonna hold it low. Okay, so we got that booty just above the knee. Knee is in front of the ankle, tracking with big toe, second toe. And now from here, we're gonna bend that back leg. So my arms are gonna do a little oppositional reach. So it's gonna look like this, right arm down, left arm up. They're gonna switch as I drag that carriage in. Drag that left knee under the body. Good, reach. Good, keep that belly button pulled up and in. That right knee is bent a lot. Good, you should feel that whole right side. Good, you guys. Let's go for 4 more. 4. Woo. 3. Inhale as you take it out. Exhale back in. Good, we got 2. Good, on your next one, we're gonna take it all the way out and in 1 more time. Okay, on your next one, you're gonna take both arms up, send that left leg out 1 last time, and now we're just gonna pulse that right hip. A little lift, a little lower. Remember, it's that right sitting bone that narrows towards the midline to pick you up. Okay, right there. Focus it right there. Good, we're here for 6. Good, for 5. 4. 3. 2. And bring it all the way back in. Woo, that leg is shaky. Shaky, shaky. All right, from this point, we're gonna move into a plie. And so I'm gonna face you for this one. So you are gonna be facing the right side of your reformer, okay? This one's a little difficult to get into. So you're gonna go over the box, okay? Right foot on your headrest, left foot on the carriage. Grab your short loop if you have one. If it's just one loop, great, grab that. Okay, come all the way up into a standing position. You are in a wide second. Toes are turned out at a 45-degree angle, okay? Bring those palms into that short loop for a prayer position. All right, now from here, hands are gonna stay in prayer, and we're just gonna plie. So torso stays upright. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Now, my inner thighs are opening so that I get those kneecaps to fall over my second toe. Okay, that is the alignment you're looking for. So nice big opening of the inner thigh. We want to keep that sternum over the pubic bone, okay? Hands stay right at chest center in prayer position, and don't worry, there's more to come. We're not just gonna do this, okay? All about those layers. You got 4 more plies. Good, exhale, last 3. Good, you got 2. Last 1, all the way down and up. Good, now on your next one, you're gonna come into a plie and you're gonna hold it right there at your lowest point, your full range of motion. We're gonna rotate through the waistline. So we're gonna rotate towards the foot bar and then back to start. Rotate and back. Woo. Inhale, twist like a bottle cap from that waist. It's not a big range of motion, it's very small. But I want you to focus on keeping your palms at chest center and swiveling from the waist. Pelvis is quiet. Our inhale is our rotation. Our exhale is back to start. 4 more. 3. Good, you've got 2. Last 1. Good, holding it at center. Let's pulse that plie, little pulse. Little lift, little lower. Woo, those inner thighs now. Oh boy, oh boy. Good, holding it here. You got 4. Good, last 3. We're not done in this plie. Last 2, but we're in it together, so you stay with me. On your next one, you're gonna hold that plie low. Let's take that left hand and choke up on that strap or that rope. Okay, I've got my hand on that metal piece. My plie is nice and deep still. We're gonna draw that left elbow up, palm comes to the shoulder, and back down. Good, it's a reach that left elbow up, and then down. Remember, torso is upright. Okay, shoulders are down. That left shoulder blade stays around the ribs. So I don't want you to pull the shoulder up here, okay? The shoulder stays down. Everything is quiet. That arm is in motion, but we're stabilizing everywhere else. Woo! You've got 4 more. 4. Good. Last 3. So it's essentially half of the drawing a sword. Last 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way down. Woo! And relax that plie. All right. You're going to stay in this position. We are going to pivot to face the front. That left foot will stay where it's at, but it's going to face forward. Now, but you want both straps, okay? So reach down. If you need to sit for a second, grab both straps, okay? And then my hands take those straps, and I turn to face the front. So my left foot is flat on the carriage. My right toes are on the headrest. My right heel is lifted. So once you are here, I want you to wiggle into a position where the back heel or the back leg is straight, okay? And I've got a lunge happening with my left leg, okay? So I've got that shallow lunge, left knee is bent in front of the ankle, okay? Lining that kneecap with big toe, second toe. I've got my long loops, okay? My elbows are at my waist. From here, we're gonna offer. So we're gonna scoop those arms forward, extending through the elbow. Exhale, bring the elbow back to the waist. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, bring it back. Good, so moving nice and slow. I want you to think about those shoulders down away from the ears. Okay, those shoulder blades melt down the back as we scoop those arms forward. Palms are facing up. Okay, we've got that shallow, stable lunge. It's an isometric lunge on that left leg. I want you to make sure both sets of toes are pointing forward towards the foot bar. Okay, legs are in parallel. Good, let's go for 4 more. Inhale, take those arms out. Exhale, bring them back. Last 3. Good, let's go for 2. Ooh, here it comes. We got some stuff coming. We got some stuff. 1 more. Good, try to keep your back shin off that box if you can. Now holding those arms at start, from here we're gonna peel that front heel. So it's a lift and a lower. A lift and a lower, good. Think about that left inner thigh now, picking up that heel. Now every time you set your heel down on that box, you don't just set it down, you're gonna press it into the box. That's gonna light up your glute. You should feel that left glute light up like a light bulb when you press that heel down. Woo, try to peel that heel straight up and down. We are engaged at the core, don't forget about that. You're here for 4. Last 3. Good, you've got 2 heel peels. Good, you guys. On the next one, let's hold that heel up. Okay, we're on the balls of both feet. Arms are gonna offer one more time. Nice and steady, nice and slow. Holding it here. Try to keep that right shin off of the box. Try to fully extend the elbow. You've got 4 more. 4, keep that heel. The heel is barely off the carriage, but it is off. Good, 3. Woo. Last 2. Good, and last 1. Inhale, reach. And bring it all the way back. Set that heel down. Go ahead and take a seat if you need to. I do for a second. And you're going to turn and face the rear. Now, both straps stay in your hands. We're just pivoting. Pivoting to face the back now. So now my right foot is on the headrest, okay? My left toes are on the carriage. Now, I'm going to scoot that left leg back a bit so I can get that shallow lunge on the right leg. Okay, so once you're there, you want to hold that position again. It's an isometric hold. You're going to choke up on your straps. Okay, so again, I got those metal carabiners. Somewhere around there is where you want to be. All right, from here, we've got that nice diagonal happening down the back line of the body. We're going to hold that there, and we're going to reach those arms straight and back, and then slowly release. It's straight and back. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears still. No shrugging. Okay, it's a sweep through those triceps. Triceps contract at the top of that movement. Good, and a slow release. Good, holding that lunge. So you're really loaded on that right side. Whew. Exhale back to start. Let's go for 4 more sweeps. 4. Good. You got 3. Nice and smooth. Good. Last 2. Good. Last 1. All right, now we're going to hold it at start where those arms are right in front of you. Now from here, we're just going to hinge at the hip. So keeping the back nice and flat, keeping that shallow lunge, you're going to hinge and come back up. You're going to hinge. Keep that back nice and flat. Stick that right sits bone out. We're really getting into that right glute now. You should feel that at that end range. Reach. You got a little tension on those ropes, but not a lot. Okay, that right knee is still soft. You're hinging forward. Feel that glute turn on. And then come back up and release. Let's go for 6. Woo. Good, that sweat's dripping. Last 5. It's also pretty hot here in California, so last 3, 4. Good, you've got 3. Woo. Last 2. And let's go for 1 more. One last one, make it strong. Shoulder blades down the back, belly button up and in. Bring it all the way up. I lost my balance almost. And come all the way down onto that box, you guys. So strong. All right, what's next? Because I get so caught up, I forget. Ah, yes, I remember. Okay, we're going to go onto that other leg now. But we're going to do a centered move. So we're going to kneel on the box. Rear facing, okay? So you're kneeling, high kneeling on this box. Rear facing, okay? My knees are 4 inches apart, parallel. You're going to choke up on those ropes one more time, okay? Now, from this position, we're going to find a little hover. So we're gonna draw those inner thighs up and into the pelvis. We're gonna reach those sits bones back, let the torso tilt forward, and we're gonna hold it there. Now my elbows are bent right at my waist. Okay, now from here, sits bones are really reaching back. We're gonna inhale as we thrust forward with our pelvis, arms reach back a bit for like a chest expansion, and then we come back to that reach and hover. So it's an opening of the front of the hips, extending those arms behind you, and then back to that hover. Reach and extend, back to the hover, okay? Good, so you're keeping those shoulders away from the ears again. That's very important that we're not shrugging. Open the front of the hips a lot. You're gonna feel those inner thighs quite shaky here. Good, reach it up and back. There's not a lot of layers on this one. This is basically our pivoting point to get to that other side. Okay, so we're gonna start with that rear facing lunge and that glute hinge. You've got 4 more here. Good, 4, open up the front of the hips. Good, reach it back. Last 3. Woo, triceps too, right? Last 2. Good, 1 more. Reach it up and back. Now on your next one, you're gonna hold that little hover hold. Elbows are at the waist, little pulse. Now that little pulse is coming from your sitting bones. Okay, so remember what I told you, those sitting bones, they narrow towards the middle of your body to pick you up. Those sitting bones get closer together, and that's how you rise for that pulse. You're here for 6, for 5, last 4, you've got 3, last 2, and bring it all the way down, you guys. All right, so good, here we go, other side. Keep those straps in your hand. We are gonna take that right foot onto the carriage. It's always awkward to get into. Left foot on the headrest, okay? So left foot's on that headrest, nice and flat. We're rear facing, okay? We're gonna choke up on those straps. My back heel is lifted and my toes are down. Now I want you to scoot that right foot back, okay, so you can find that shallow lunge on the left side. Arms are long in front of you, get that kneecap just in front of the ankle. We're gonna hold it there. Reach those arms up and back. Exhale forward. Good, inhale up and back. Exhale forwards. You're holding that lunge. Make sure that that left foot is nice and flat. Shoulder blades are still wrapping the ribs. And I've got that nice tight core. Good, inner thighs lift up into the middle of your body. Good, you guys. Holding it here. You got this. You got it. Those legs are shaky, I know. And working over that box, we're in an odd position, so hard to move out of it. You can always put that knee down in the back if you need a moment. Good, we've got 4 more here. Good, try to relax those toes. I know mine were gripping. Last 3. Woo. You've got 2. Reach, reach, reach. Find that pause at the top of the movement. Okay, let's go 1 more. 1 more, reach it up and back. Good, now you're gonna let those arms be right at that start position where they are long just in front of the body. We're gonna hinge with a flat back, getting into the center of that left glute. And then we're gonna come all the way back to that diagonal. Okay, to reach and a hinge into that left glute, and then all the way up. Good, keep it going. You're loaded through that left leg. I'm sticking that left sits bone out towards the foot bar. Really feeling that glute light up as I hinge over. Good, you guys, excellent, excellent. Keep it going. Keep it going. You've got 4 more. You know what, let's go for 6 because I think I kept you longer on the other side. So you've got 5 now. 5 of those hinges. Good. Little tension on the ropes. Good, that will help with stability. Woo, we got 3 more, 3 more. Hinge it forward. Good, last 2 is coming up. Good, 2. And you got your last one. Let's make it really strong. Hinge it forward. And come all the way back. Woo, and now we're gonna pivot. Okay, so you need to put that back knee down. You can. If you need to take a moment, take a moment. We are gonna turn and face the front. Okay, so hands are gonna grab the opposite straps. Okay, now my right foot is in front. My left foot is in back on that headrest. You're gonna find that shallow lunge again. Okay, so we want that right knee in front of the ankle. Line it up with big toe, second toe, you know the drill. Back leg is long, toes are pointed forward, my heel is high. Okay, from here, we're gonna try to keep that left shin off the box. Elbows start at the waist, I've got my long loops, palms facing up. Let's tighten that core. Inhale those arms, scoop forward. Exhale, bring the elbows back. Inhale, arms scoop forward. Exhale, reach it back. Good, so we're coming back into that diagonal. Okay, I'm really grounded through that right foot. That right foot is nice and flat. Whew. Because you guys, it's hard for me to look at you during this routine because it's a wobbly one. And with standing and no balance pull and all that, right? So I want you guys to really focus on your balance and your control here too. Woo! So that balance is so much a part of this. All those stabilizers are turned on right now. So that connective tissue has no choice but to work really hard. Let's go for 4 more. Good, we've got 4. Serve that platter forward. Good, last 3. Good, you've got 2. Make sure that front heel is a little bit heavier than the toes are. Good. Woo. On the next one, you're gonna hold those elbows back at the waist. From here, we're gonna hold the arms where they're at. We're just gonna peel that heel. So right heel peels up and set it down. It's a lift and a lower. Now remember, when we set that heel down, we don't just place it down. We press it into the carriage so that I can feel my right glute turn on like a light bulb. Okay, turn on that light bulb. Press that heel down. Turn on that switch. Good, it's kind of cool how the body reacts to those subtle changes in your movement. Whew. It's cool and horrifying at the same time, right? You've got 4 more. Good, inhale to pick up that heel, exhale to drop it. Last 3. Whew. You've got 2. Good, let's go for 1 more. Okay, now on the next one, we are gonna lift the heel one more time and hold it. Let's offer again. So we're gonna scoot nice and controlled. Arms forward on the inhale. Exhale, bring them back. Try to keep that back shin off the box. Woo, boy. Okay, don't let it go. All right, I know it feels shaky. I know you feel wobbly. I do. So I know where you are at. We're doing it together. Let's go for 4 more. Good, we got 4. Woo, boy. Good, last 3. You got it, don't let it go. We got 2, 2, 2, 2, that's it. Woo. Good, give me 1 more. Oh boy, and bring it all the way back. Set that heel down, set your knee down if you need to. Take a minute. Release that right side. All right, we're gonna come into those plies, okay? So your right strap, I am just gonna, look, that made it right on the pole. You can just throw that right strap back there, okay? Now I'm gonna be facing away from you. You're facing the left side of your reformer. All right, so left foot is on the headrest, right foot is on the carriage. My legs are nice and wide. I am gonna bring that strap, that short loop, right into prayer position at my chest. Now, you're in that wide second with your legs so that those knees track properly. So make sure you've got your toes all the way to the edges of the headrest and the carriage. All right, from here, torso stays upright. We're gonna exhale as we plie, opening up those inner thighs. Inhale as you rise up. Good, see now I can look at you through the mirror. Good. So every time you lower, I I want you to think about those inner thighs opening up to get that kneecap over your second toe. Okay, that's the alignment you're looking for. Good, you're only lowering that plie as much as you can to get that alignment. Shoulders are down and around the ribs. Belly button's pulled up and in. Woo, keep it going, you got this. Good, everything feels shaky now because we've been working everything really slow and controlled. So all those stabilizers, all those smaller muscles, everything's going. Good, let's go for 4 more plies and then we're gonna start to hold. Good, big lift, last 3. Open up those inner thighs, good. You've got 2. Palms stay glued to the chest center. All right. 1 more down and all the way back up. Okay, on your next one, you're gonna hold it low. Okay, so we're in that plie, we're gonna hold it low. We're gonna rotate our waistline towards the foot bar. So we're gonna inhale, twist at the waist, and bring it back to start. Now remember, this is a small range of motion. It is not this. It is not a drive of the shoulders and the palms. The palms stay glued, okay? I want you to think about how much can your waist twist without anything else moving at all. The waist, inhale, give space to the vertebrae so that you can twist a little deeper. Stay low in that plie, it's a lot to think about. Good, we've got 4 more twists. Woo. Last 3. Yes, good, you guys, good. Last 2. Good, coming back to center. Hold that plie nice and steady. Let's pulse the plie. Little lift and little lower. Now I want you to think about those inner thighs. Inner thighs reaching up into the pelvis to give you that little lift. Ooh, those legs are tired, right? They're tired. You got this. We're here for 6. Good, you've got 5. Last 4. We've got drawing the sword next, that half movement. Last 3. This is small. Last 2. Ooh, everything is shaky. Good, you guys. On the next one, hold that plie low. Let's take that right hand out and let's choke up on that strap. From here, left hand can be on your hip. It's a half draw forward, or up and down. Good, try to keep the top side of that wrist long. Elbow reaches up. Good. Torso stays upright. Try not to tilt forward. Okay, as that arm comes up, that right shoulder blade drips down the back. Good, you got it. Stay nice and tall. Keep that core nice and tight as you pull that arm up. Try to tighten it even more. Good. Keep that plie low. You've got 4. Good. Last 3. Woo, let's go for 2 more. 2. Okay, and 1 more. And bring it all the way down. Come up out of that plie. Hook up that loop. Okay, we are done with that. We've got just that forward-facing lunge to do. All right, so you're going to come so that left foot is flat on the platform. Okay, and your right heel is going to be up against that box. Now you're shaking now, so I want you to be mindful of your movement. Left foot is loaded on the platform, so your weight is there. My right toes are light, heel is up against that box. We're just going to send that carriage back as we lunge, and then come all the way back up to standing. Good, you're going to inhale, lengthen out, reach, and come back up. Now remember, you're reaching that left sitting bone as far away from that left kneecap as you can. The carriage only moves because you are dropping into that lunge. Whew, that left knee. It's in front of the ankle, tracking with big toe, second toe. Now you can always have your hands on the hips. If the hands coming up and overhead are too much, just put them on your hips, okay? So it's a little extra cardio by bringing those arms up. You're reaching out of that waistline. Good, and then you're coming up. Good, nice big reach, taking it nice and smooth. Good, you guys. You've got 4 more just of this full range. And then we got those holds coming up. Oh, Those lovely holds. Last 3. Good, keep those hips together. Good, last 2. One more big one. Good, all the way back up, fully lift out of that left knee. Now you're gonna take one more lunge and you're gonna hold it. All right, now we're gonna do that oppositional change of the arm. So your right arm is up, your left arm is down. We're gonna switch the arms as the carriage pulls in with that right leg and then back out. Good, it's a switch and bend that leg under your body. So again, fully loaded on that platform. Right toes are light. That right knee bends directly under the hip. Okay, that's what we're looking for there. Good, those arms are just a little added again. A little added cardio is what those arms are giving you. If you want them on your hips or you want them in that prayer position, they can be there too. It's your choice. All right, we're gonna go for 4 more. I know it's burning, stay with me. Good, last 3. Good, we've got 2. Good, good, good. Okay guys, one more. Hold that right leg long, you're still in that lunge. All right, bring your hands to your hips or above the head. Now we're gonna pulse that left hip, that left sitting bone. Okay, up and down, up and down. It's a little lift and a little lower. A little lift and a little lower. That's it, you got 6. Hang here for 5. Good, last 4. You've got 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way up. Oh my goodness, shake it out. I know those legs are super tired, and mine are. All right, we're gonna bring that box to the floor, all right? So you're gonna step off to the left side of your reformer. Take that box and bring it down. All right, that box is going to be right at the top or right at the beginning of the shoulder blocks is where you want the edge of that box. All right, staying on that one glute spring. Hands are going to come down to the front edge of the box. All right, we're going to start with that 4-point kneel. All right, so we've got that right palm is going to stay at the edge of the box. Left palm is going to come to, or heel of the hand is going to come to the top of that shoulder block. Both knees are underneath the hips about 4 inches apart, parallel. Pull that core nice and tight. All right, from here, we're gonna inhale, slide that left arm forward. Exhale, bend at the elbow to bring the carriage back. Inhale, lengthen out of that left waistline. And then exhale, let that elbow fold to bring it back. My right palm, my right heel of my hand on the box, and my left shin are really heavy, okay? We've got that diagonal connection that's gonna become a little more evident when we raise that right leg. Good, keep that core nice and tight. Inhale, lengthen out of that shoulder, and then bring it back. Let's go for 6 more. Good, we got 5. 4. Good. Elbows are soft on that right side. 3. Good. That slow release is important, okay? Nice and slow. That time under tension, we want for those muscles. Last 2. All right, guys, on the next one, when you bring it back, we're going to be at that start position. We're going to take that right leg and we're going to lift it up and back, okay? So now we've got a big reach out of that big toe, all right? So that right inner thigh reaches out. That big toe, crown of the head, is still reaching forward. You're looking at the floor. From here, we're going to find that diagonal sling. We're going to tighten that core. We're going to extend that left arm just the same. Exhale, bend that elbow back. Now, I want you to think about that right hip and make sure that you're not dumping all of your weight into that left leg, okay? Now it's really easy to do that in this position. So I want you to stay as centered as possible by keeping your right palm heavy. The one on the box. Keep that palm heavy on the box. Good. reach. You should feel that right waistline quite a lot. I know I feel mine. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. Good, you've got 2. Now this one's going to be kind of difficult for me because the next move, because the mirror is close. So I'm going to do it the best I can with you guys. Hopefully you have a little bit more room at your place. All right, on the next one, we're going to hold that arm long. So hold it out there. Now my right leg is going to rainbow tap. So it's going to come around to the right side of the box, tap, and bring it up and back. Okay, so I don't have big range of motion here because of my mirror, but the movement is externally rotating that leg, tap the big toe, and then bring it up and back. Externally rotate, tap, bring it up and back. Good, draw that belly button up and in. Good, you got it. Find big range of motion here. Find that swivel of the femur bone at the top of the hip. Don't let that carriage push you away. You hold on to that extension in that left arm. Let's go for 4 more. Good, last 3. You've got 2. Swivel at the top of the hip. 1 more. And bring it all the way back in, guys. Woo, so good. All right, roll out those wrists. We've got that plank. So you are going to bring your hands. We're going to turn and face the front. Your hands are going to come to the top left corner of that box. Okay, so make sure if everything is sweaty, wipe it down. Okay, so you have some nice stable place to work. Your right foot is going to come against that shoulder block, or sorry, your left foot, my bad, your left foot, and your right foot is going to be right next to the shoulder block, all right? Now, our knees are on the carriage at the moment, but right now we're going to lengthen out to that plank. So, nice stability through the shoulders, over those wrists, we're going to lengthen all the way out and find that nice plank position. From here, staying nice and lifted out of the shoulders. We're going to keep that position with the shoulders as we lift those inner thighs up and in for that pike, and then lengthen it back out. Lift and pike it up and back. Good. So you're reaching that low belly, inner thighs reach up into that low belly to pick you up. Good, and then find that connection to your plank in the at the end range, okay? I don't want you to hold a mini pike. Level it all the way back out. Whew. Let's go for 4 more. We got 4. Whew. Last 3. Look down at those toes as you pike. 1 more. All right, guys, on the next one, you're going to hold that plank, and now those knees are going to pull in and take them back out. They pull in and take them back out. Keep that core nice and tight. Knees stop under the hips. Woo, we got soft elbows, so they're not locked out. Lifting up between those shoulder blades for 4. Whew. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more. And bring it all the way down, guys. Holy cow, all right. I'm so good. All right, I'm sweaty over here. All right, now we're gonna turn and face that reformer. Last exercise, single-sided, then we'll have one centered movement before we stretch, okay? Left knee is down on that box. You're gonna scooch over to the left side of the box. Right foot, right side of the foot against that shoulder block, all right? Hands on your hips to get started. We're just gonna start with that extension through the right leg. So we're gonna inhale, take it out. Exhale, bend that knee back. Inhale, open up the back of the knee, fully extend. And then as you bend it in, that femur bone drives back up into that hip. Exhale, back in. Good, inhale, lengthen it out. Exhale, take that knee back in. Good. Relax those shoulders. I know they were under a lot of tension just a second ago, so we want to try to relax that, bring our heart rate down a little bit, keep those ribs nice and close. Let's go for 4 more, just the leg extension. Then we're going to add that little sit back. Good. Last 3, 2, last 1, Good, now on the next one, we're gonna take it out, extend that leg long, reach those arms as you reach the sitting bone, left sitting bone in opposition. Nice big stretch on that right inner thigh. And then as we come all the way back up, we open the front of the left hip and bend the knee, okay? It's an extension first. Reach that left sitting bone back, come back up, and then bend that knee in. Good, so it's an extension through the right leg. Reach the left sitting bone for the heel. Big, big, big reach. Okay, belly button's pulled up and in. Open up the left hip and then send that knee in. Extend. Reach it back. Good, bring it up and bend it in. Let's go for 4 more. Extend. Reach it back. Good, bring it up and bend it in. Good, last 3. Reach through the center of that glute. Center of the glute reaches through the heel. Open, bend it in. Good, 2. Let's go 1 more. Extend, reach it back. Good, up, and bend it in. Now we're going to take 1 more to get to that hover. So we're going to extend that leg out, reach that left sitting bone back, and now right here we're going to pulse. It's a little pulse. I want you to focus all of your attention on the center of that left glute. That sitting bone is narrowing towards the midline. You can even put your hand there and feel that happen in your body. It gets closer to the center of your body to pick you up. That's what I want you to feel. That's where you'll start to find that shake. You're here for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way up and bring that carriage in. Oh boy, so good, you guys. All right, we got the last exercise now. I'm not gonna leave you ending on a single side, so let's lie down on our back. We are going to add on a yellow spring or an extra light spring. Now, if you do not have an extra light spring, so you've got your light and your extra light, so blue and yellow. If you do not have an extra light spring, okay, take those off, take your blue off and add on just a red, 1 heavy spring, all right? I've got an extra light spring because I added that onto my Reformer when I bought it, so sometimes I know not everybody has that, all right? So 1 heavy spring or a light and an extra light, okay? You're gonna bring your arms into those short loops and we're gonna do some arm arcs before we go. So, right leg is gonna come up into tabletop. I've got some tension on my straps already because my fingertips are over my chest. My left leg is gonna come up into tabletop as well. So my knees are 4 inches apart parallel. Okay, so my legs are not together. We're working those suspender muscles as well. All right, so find that neutral spine. Tailbone is nice and heavy in the carriage. Little lift in that low back. I've got that nice long waistline. We're gonna start with arms only. Let's inhale those arms down to the carriage. Exhale, bring them all the way back up to start, which is just above the chest, or that underarm height. Inhale, lengthen those arms down. Exhale, bring them up. Good, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Now, on your exhale, this is where I want you to start to think about something. On your exhale, not only are we tightening the belly button up and into the shoulder blades, okay? I want you to think about that always, but as you tighten the belly button, I also want you to recruit your pelvic floor. So think about lifting your pelvic floor. So right now, exhale, tighten the belly button and lift that pelvic floor up and into the belly button, all right? So we've got that whole entire core engaged and working hard. Good. Inhale, lengthen it down. Exhale, bring it up. Good, let's go for 2 more of just the arms and we're gonna add an ab curl. Good, inhale down. Exhale. All right, on your next one, you're gonna add a little ab curl. So we're gonna lengthen those arms, bring the shoulder blades off the carriage. Inhale as you release, so your exhale is bringing you up. Exhale. Inhale, release. Now remember, you're keeping that neutral spine as you lift. Okay, so lots of space between that belly button and that pubic bone. Chin stays away from the chest. Tips of the shoulder blades lift off the carriage. Let's go for 4 more, and then we're gonna add those legs. Good, last 3. Good, we've got 2. Good, last 1. Now we're going to add the legs, so everything's going to come up and go long. Lift and lengthen, and bring it all the way back. So you're finding that pause at the top of the movement. So it's not real fast. Lengthen and hold. Find a reach through the fingertips, and then come back. Find those ribs. Funnel them into the pelvis, and then bring it back. Good. Funnel those ribs into the pelvis, lift the pelvic floor, and then come back. Let's go for 4. Good, last 3. Good, we've got 2. Good, last 1. Hold it up there. Right from here, we're gonna take those elbows, we're gonna bend and extend. Bend and extend for 4. Woo! Last 3. Last 2. Woo, feel that waist, good. 1 more. And bring it all the way in. Holy cow. All right, let's take those straps, hang them up, hug your knees into your chest. Just take a minute to let the heart rate come down. Okay, let that whole body relax for a minute. If you want to rock yourself side to side, if that feels good on your low back, go ahead and do that. All right, you guys, good. Once you're ready, you're going to come all the way up. Okay, so rock and roll yourself up, and we're going to come into a pigeon stretch. So we're going to start with the left foot, or the left leg folded in front. Right foot is going to come back across that headrest. Okay, so right leg is in between the shoulder blocks. My thigh is facing down. My left leg is bent in front of me, and I'm reaching my left hip towards the carriage. Now your hands can come either onto that foot bar and you can push away, or you can bring your hands onto that wide platform and same thing, push away or reach out of those fingertips. So either way, you just want to find that nice stretch out of the shoulder, big opening of that that right hip, and real deep stretch through that left glute. Good, and you can come all the way back in, and then press it out again. Just getting in there, holding it here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good, bringing it all the way in. Okay, now we're going to turn into Mermaid. So I'm going to turn and face you. Left leg stays bent the way it was. Right leg is going to bend in front of those shoulder blocks. Okay, left hand is going to come to the foot bar. And we're going to take that right hand, and we're going to reach that right hand up and over, bicep over the ear, okay, and getting nice long length out of that right waistline. Good, bringing it all the way back to start. 2 more times just like that, reaching it up and over, lifting up out of that waist. Exhale back. Good, last one, reaching it up and over. And bringing it back. Good, now let's take that left arm. Right hand comes down alongside that right shin. Left arm up and over. Big reach out of that left hip, and this side feels much nicer for me. Good, and bringing it back to the foot bar. Again, up and over, lifting that left arm out of the waist, lifting up out of the pelvis. And bringing it back. 1 more time. Up and over, big reach. And bringing it back. Good, now let's take that other side. All right, so now we're going to turn, face the foot bar. My right leg is going to hook in front. My left leg is going to come over that headrest. Okay, so pigeon stretch on that right side. My left thigh is facing the carriage. I'm sitting down on that right hip. After this one, I'm going to stay up on that foot bar. I'm just going to press it out. Okay, so again, hands can be on the platform or the foot bar, wherever you feel most comfortable. And just reaching out of those shoulders Sitting back into that right hip, big stretch through that right inner thigh, opening of that left hip. You can bring it all the way back in, and then let's go again, sending it out. Big stretch, holding it for 4. Last 3, 2, bringing it all the way back in. Let's turn into that mermaid position. So right leg is gonna stay bent, left leg is gonna bend in front of those shoulder blocks now. Okay, and now my left hand is down alongside, right hand is gonna come to the foot bar. I'm gonna switch a little closer to the foot bar. Okay, from here, you're gonna press on that foot bar, reach that left arm up and overhead, picking that arm out of the waistline. You can even see my waistline lift and lengthen. Good, coming back to start. Good, core still engaged, so we're lifting up, reaching out. Good, one more time, just like that. Up and over. And back. Good, now that left hand stays down alongside that left shin. Right arm picks up and overhead, picking up out of that waist. And back to the foot bar. Good, inhale, up and over. And back. Last time, up and over. And back. Good, and now we're just gonna turn into a child's pose. So turn and face the front. Arms are gonna come across that platform. We're gonna reach those hips back. Toes are right between the shoulder blocks, but my knees are wide. Reaching those hips back. Really laying into those shoulders a little bit and letting everything relax now. 2 big breaths right here. Inhale. Exhale all that air out as if you're wringing out a wet rag. Release every ounce of air. Another big inhale. Inhale that breath. Exhale. Exhale all that air out. Good, and you guys are all set. That was one heck of a workout. You guys did such a good job. Thank you for hanging with me. I do it with you so I feel what you feel, okay? And I will never give you anything that I can't do, all right? So we did it together, got it done. I hope you loved it. Please let me know any thoughts you have in the comments under this video. I'm always happy to hear them, and suggestions, thoughts, things you want to see. I love the ideas, so keep them coming. And you can always direct message me on Instagram. It's JessPFit, same as on YouTube, all right? And I will see you guys next time.